England, they were met with massive media attention and critical acclaim, partly because of their music and partly because they were loudly and unapologetically an all-gay band. Their initial rise to fame was short-lived, however, when Jimmy Somerville left the band due to political differences. He formed a new band called the Communards with his friend Richard Cole, and that in itself is a pretty strong political statement, as the Communards take their name from a band of French revolutionaries who were wiped out on their commune at the end of the Franco-Prussian War.
What it basically for us represented was people who took control of their own lives and done the things in their own life which they felt was right for them and right for the rest of the commune too. And it's like, we don't have a commune, but we do feel that it's like people should take control of their own lives and believe in what they believe and do what they want to do and do what they feel is best for them, basically.
Jimmy, I understand you left the Bronski Beat because the whole stardom thing was happening too fast and your politic was a little stronger than theirs. Is that true?
It was also at a time when it's like, it was the end of like a year and a half where sort of like everything had just happened so fast, and I'd just come from being unemployed and collecting sort of like state benefit or whatever, just suddenly having these records which were sort of like nearly in the top 5 in every sort of possible territory, etc. and things like that. And it just seemed like, well, I've got to start sort of like sitting down and sort of saying, well, where do I go from here, what happens now? But I wasn't being allowed to take that time because the next thing was like to conquer America, conquer China, conquer Japan, conquer the world, and it's like, I didn't really want to do that, I wasn't ready for it yet. So
it was the Martian tour that sort of put you off,
yeah.
really, wasn't it?
It was the Madonna support tour that totally terrified me.
Is that true? Is that
yeah. So I just said, my God.
You ever met with open hostility?
Sometimes, but then I mean, it
yeah.
suffered that growing up, suffered that in where I lived, so it's nothing new. So
someone tried to bomb us once, which was a bit Nantoise.
I was in Paris and by the Front National, they had a bomb threat. I don't actually think there was a bomb there, but there was a bomb threat that there was a bomb at the Olympia in Paris by the Front National. So.
How did you find out about that?
They sort of evacuated the theatre. Really, it was sort of quite.
Of course, they didn't tell us until the day after.
And we turned up, and there was all these sort of policemen running around with submachine guns and all that. And we
thought it was really exciting.
Yeah.
Felt like a celebrity.
Included with the Communards' debut album is a poster, which might lead some North Americans to confuse Communards with communists.
It was intended to be sort of tongue-in-cheek. We wanted to do this picture, have this picture, you know, like that Soviet realist art with Stalin and factory workers. We wanted to do one of those with Doris Day, but I think we ran into sort of copyright.
But we also wanted to, like, in a way, sort of like reclaim the red flag and the red star, because the red flag and the red star, as far as like America sort of like is concerned, represents communism and it represents Soviet communism. But for us in Britain and for other Europeans, sort of like socialists, it doesn't represent communism. It represents true socialism, which has nothing to do with Soviet communism whatsoever. And so in a way, it's like this was our how would you say, our contribution to repossessing what the red star and the red flag represents, and what it represents is like freedoms.
And also, I mean, I think it comes,
freedoms.
It's important in the live show as well, is that we sort of, I mean, we do have an interest in politics. It's something that's important to us. We do have sort of things to say on certain issues. But at the same time, I mean, you don't have to be sort of boring and you don't have to be kind of a stereotype to do that. We want to sort of articulate those concerns.
Yeah, because we don't take like a Trotskyist or a Marxist or a whatever stance. We don't take anybody else's stance. We take our own, which basically is really like a human stance.
That's all we can do, really.
The first single, You Are My World, was banned by the BBC in England. Does it still work positively towards a band when you get such negative impact by the media?
Not
no,
really.
Because now they don't ban them, they just don't play them.
It's a subtle difference.
It's a subtle difference,
like
yeah.
sort of huge panel sales, that's the subtle difference, really.
They just don't play them.
But I don't know, I think in a way it's a compliment to be banned by someone like the BBC. I'm sure it's a compliment to be banned by senators' wives as well, but it's, you know, the realities of the marketplace dictate otherwise.